What's up, guys? Welcome back to Hardships, where we share our lives as an interable couple. Everything has changed. Leon has been in the hospital for over 3 weeks now. Noelle abruptly is doing this homebound instruction thing. And I thought this would be a great time to get back to long form content and kind of do like a little bit of a video diary and discuss what I'm thinking and how I'm feeling. So let's get into it. So today I want to talk about just school, school and parenting. I will do another video on another day about Leon and give you guys the full story and the updates. Parenting is really hard, and sharing how I feel about it makes me kind of nervous because it's such a vulnerable thing and it's a position that gets so much criticism from people as if it comes with like detailed instructions on exactly how you're supposed to do it. And so that makes me very nervous because I want to just be vulnerable and not have it be judged. And so I'm probably going to sound defensive in some of the things that I say because I am already anticipating what's to come, and I'm hoping that I'm wrong. And so, um, Noelle started preschool a few years ago, right when Leon was recovering from his surgery, the girdle stone surgery, is when she started preschool. I just got completely sidetracked and distracted by this man outside using a cane and wearing a vest. And he's holding a weed whacker. I just pray that he can not work like ASAP. This seems unfair. Anyway, and so we noticed in preschool she was having a little bit of a struggle, but it seemed more age appropriate at the time. And then we started kindergarten, and she was still kind of struggling with the idea of being in the classroom for such a long amount of time. And again, we were kind of like, well, maybe because she's a late birthday, she was on the younger side. Like she turned 5 in August and then started school as well in August. And so there was some concern about maybe maturity wise, she wasn't quite ready for school. But academically, she was doing great, and I didn't really feel the need to hold her back at that point because she also goes to a Montessori school where she's in a classroom with kindergartners and first graders. So it's kind of like, I don't know how it's going to make a difference whether or not she's still considered to be kindergarten versus first grade when like she knows all of the work as a kindergartner and now as a first grader. And so we moved into first grade. We did some evaluations with psychiatry. We started therapy, play therapy. We started medications, and we did amazing up until about January. And then things started to shift, and we thought we identified where the shift was coming from. And it progressively started to, get harder. I don't want to say worse, just harder. And then Leon ended up getting sick, which is where we are now. And he's been there for going on 4 weeks with no discharge date. We're not even at the point of recovery. We are still at the point of discovery and hopefully trying to maintain stable vitals. So she took a little bit of a break that first week that he was in the hospital. And then we slowly transitioned back into, okay, well, daddy's not getting better. We still kind of need to get back to some sort of a normal routine. Let's try to get back to school. And so we did that, and it didn't go well the first day. And so we transitioned again into, she'll come to school and we'll keep her out of the classroom. We'll give her a different schedule. And I wish I had the sheet with me, but she gets a visual to know what her day is going to look like, and she's going to do it in a smaller setting with more support staff than actual students. And so we did that for a few days, and then the idea of homebound instruction was introduced to me, where she would basically be homeschooled. However, they will provide a tutor or an instructor, so to speak, on the work that she would need to do to finish out the school year, because we have like I think 25 days of school left at that point. And so I'm actually sitting here now in front of the center that she does the homebound instruction at. And so it was a little bit difficult in that aspect of I was given her schedule. So she comes Wednesday for an hour, Thursdays for 2 hours, Fridays for 2 hours. And so when I say parenting is hard, is because I've never been a parent before. I myself am late and newly diagnosed as neurodivergent, and Noelle is considered to be neurodivergent. And so then we're also, I don't want to say trying to figure out our parenting style. It's just, I think no matter what your parenting style is, parenting is hard. And so with all of those things said, it's just a lot to navigate and to show up fully for yourself in the midst of showing up fully for my spouse and then also my child. And so today was frustrating because she had to be here at 11:30 in the morning. And so that meant we got up like a little after 7. So she had time to like take her time getting her day started, prepare herself mentally for what was to come. We did something together so that way she could feel that she had my undivided attention. She could feel that connection to me. And she also knows that I'm not going to go far. I'm using this time as my me time. So like I'm planning to just kind of like sit in silence if I need to, or read something or study something. And so she knows that I'm not going to be far. And today it just felt draining because I hate how the novelty of new things kind of seemed to wear off quickly. Excuse me, because when she was doing this transition from the classroom to spending more time with support staff at school, that only lasted a few days before they were running into issues again. And it's really it's her having to do the hard thing and finding that tool, whatever it could be for that day, that will help her transition into that hard thing. And so sometimes she gets kind of stuck on what it is that she doesn't want to do and what the avoidance tool is. So it could be like, I don't want to do this thing, so like I'd rather just stay home, versus saying like, okay, how can I psych myself up to do this hard thing? What do I need to say to myself to do this hard thing? What are the tools? So we did, I gave her like PRN anxiety medication, and she wanted to take her stuffies, which she forgot. And then we did a few deep breaths in the car, and then we went in, and I reminded her that if she because she said that she was afraid, and I reminded her that if she was afraid but she couldn't identify what she was afraid of, that we have to tell our anxiety that it doesn't need to show up in this moment. It doesn't need to exist, because there's actually nothing to be afraid of. And so from there we hugged, she went in, and she's doing her thing, and I'm really proud of her. But it's also exhausting. It's exhausting. This is only the 3rd day that she's had to be here. This is only day 3 of it. She has technically, I think, 25 days of instruction. That she had 25 days of school left, and I'm not doing the math to figure out how many days she needs to be here. But at the end of the day, this is only the 3rd day she's had to be here. And so, sometimes I want to have the tantrum because I feel like I'm exhausted of having to, pull from myself to accommodate you and help you and support you. And then, we're running late. And then I'm like, I want to have the tantrum over, now you're cutting into my time where I get to be myself and I get to like sit in silence. And like, I deserve that, and I need that, because there is a lot going on currently. And, I love her. She's exactly who she's supposed to be. She's exactly who, I want her to be. I want her to be her full self. I want her to be able to identify her emotions. I want her to be able to know that she needs tools. I want her to be able to feel like she can express herself, and she has the space to do that. It's just a lot. It is a lot. But I will say I am when I'm tired at the end of the day, I'm really grateful that I know what I'm tired from. And I'm tired from doing the hard work, and I'm tired from doing the good things, as opposed to, there was a point in time where I was just depressed and tired from just being depressed and bucking against what is the life that I wanted for myself, and not even being able to enjoy it because it felt so exhausting and it felt so overwhelming, and I didn't even know how to enjoy parenting. Like, I was missing her all day when I was working, and then coming home and still wanting nothing to do with her because it was just so overwhelming, and I didn't know why I was feeling that way. And so at least now I can look at all that I have gotten done in a day and know why I'm tired. And I'm really grateful to be in a position where I get to see my loved ones as much as I get to see them. I'm not at a job in the hospital anymore where I'm working 12-hour shifts and I don't get to see them for a full day, basically, and then I'm exhausted recovering from being there for 12 hours. And so, you know, that's it. That is the video diary, is what I like to think of this as. Is, you know, that's what I wanted to talk about today. And, you know, next time I will give you guys the full update on Leon and what's going on with him, and, you know, how we ended up here to begin with. I'm happy to be back making long form content. I hope you guys enjoy. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. See you guys in the next video.